Richard Sherman has found a new home in the NFL. We'll talk about what his signing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers means right after the bumper. Good people. Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. And don't forget the All Black National Convention takes place October 29th through November 1st. Be sure to get your tickets. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I'll be there. A bunch of people come out, support. We love it. Hashtag B1. Now, I'm here today to talk about Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman is signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a one-year deal. And this, I'm going to read to you some from Yahoo Sports. It says Tampa Bay Buccaneers needed a corner after injured Sean Murphy-Bunting went out, and they have signed that corner, and that is Richard Sherman. He joins the team, and he announced it on his Richard Sherman podcast. He says, quote, "Everything has been kind of wiry this offseason, but I finally had enough conversations, and I came to the decision that I'm going to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers." He also said that he had conversations with the 49ers and the Seahawks, and the only other teams he's ever played for, as well as the Carolina Panthers. And then he went on to talk, and we know the Carolina Panthers, first-round cornerback J.C. Horn recently got injured, so they traded for C.J. Henderson from the Dolphins, which is a younger option, a 2020 first-round pick that that the Jaguars have just decided to give up on, I guess. So Sherman is 33. And Richard Sherman is coming off an offseason that was very, very difficult for him. For those of you who don't remember, we did some broadcasts about it here on this platform, but Richard Sherman had an episode where he was really, really intoxicated, allegedly, and he went and him and his wife got into it, and he was banging on his father-in-law's door, trying to break into it. He got detained by the police, arrested, and apparently he had a scuffle with the police during the arrestment, and so it was just a lot. It was a lot going on, and all this happened in Seattle, allegedly. You can go look it up and find out the exact story, but apparently he was like really, really drunk and, like I said, fighting with the police, fighting with his wife, trying to break into his parents, his father-in-law's house, his mother and father-in-law's house, because his wife was on the inside. And so it was just a lot. But he never touches, let me take that back. Let me make sure I'm not going to put that on a black man. He never actually had a domestic assault towards his wife, but he was just using a lot of verbal assaults, a lot of profanity, a lot of different stuff. TMZ's got it all. You can go check it out there. But all of that took place during the offseason, so that kind of made Richard, along with his age and his decline in play, not to say he's dropped off, he's just a garbage, but he's 33 now. He's not the Richard Sherman from Seattle, but he still has some football life left in him. And after that offseason, 32 teams could have signed Richard Sherman. They decided not to. Tampa Bay is coming in now that they've had some injuries, and this takes place in the NFL. Injuries take place, and we should never, let me say this, we shouldn't always hold against a man. A man should be allowed to redeem himself and speak his piece. Him and his wife have made peace, and then the thing with the police, I'm sure, is going to go away, if it hasn't already gone away. So, that is that on that. Richard signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what does that do for them? It helps. It helps them as a team, but it also, to me, shows a little bit of desperation. Because once again, 32 teams could have signed Richard Sherman, and nobody was checking for him. And this is week 4. We're going into week 4. Nobody was checking for Richard Sherman. He said he had some interest, and I'm sure he did. But nobody really was checking for Richard Sherman because he was a free agent, and anybody could have signed him. There's been other injuries to defensive backs. There's 31 other teams besides the Buccaneers, and nobody decided to bring him in, and nobody wanted to have him on the team, except Tampa Bay, and now that they have these injuries. And the thing is, before the season, Tampa Bay's weakest part of their team, if you asked anybody, especially me, would be their secondary. They got Antoine Winfield Jr., who's really good. Sean Murphy-Bunting is okay. Carlton Davis, these guys are okay. These guys aren't world beaters. These guys looked a whole lot better when their guys, the pass rushers, were getting back and making plays in the backfield. When JPP was making plays in the backfield, and Dominic Sue making plays in the backfield, Vita Vea making plays in the backfield. There's the linebacker, I can't think of his name. Oh my God, he's losing me right now. But not Devin White, but the outside linebacker, making plays in the backfield. And then obviously Levante David and Devin White as a duo inside linebacker combination is probably the best in the NFL, point blank, period. The best duo inside linebacker combination, Levante David and Devin White, period. That's it. Ain't no way around it. And so, but when those guys aren't able to make plays in the backfield, that secondary gets exposed. It got exposed by Dak in the first week of the season. It got exposed by Matt Stafford during this last game. Hell, even what's the man named Matt Ryan? The first half had a couple of big plays. Now the secondary actually ended up making 2 pick sixes, but that is my point. The secondary is the weakest part of this team. Brady and the offense is good to go. Those guys make plays. Those guys score a bunch of touchdowns. But they are going to have to score even more touchdowns if the secondary doesn't get right. And bringing in Richard Sherman, to me, does not fix your secondary problems. Bringing in Richard Sherman, to me, at age 33, in year, 10, 11, something like that, does not fix your secondary problems. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. I'm glad Richard gets another chance at the NFL, but I am interested because Richard is a highly intelligent guy. And he did go through that stuff during the offseason. And some people, even, some people close to him pointed to maybe potential signs of CTE. And we understand CTE is a real thing in the NFL. Like, CTE hurts the smartest of smart people. Dave Durison worked for the league office and got CTE. Like these people, like, it happens because you play a game where you literally get into a car wreck every single play. You get even the cornerbacks who don't even get hit most of the time. When you go in there to tackle those running backs, Richard Sherman had some one-on-one tackles with guys like Adrian Peterson and big old boys like Calvin Johnson and all these guys. When you do that for a number of years, 9, 10, 11 years, stuff adds up. So I just hope Richard is healthy. I hope he's able to get past his legal problems, the stuff that he had going on in Seattle. And he has the successful rest of his career. He knows he's on the back nine of his career. A successful rest of his career, whether it's with Tampa, he finishes out with Tampa or somewhere else. But it's going to be interesting to watch to see if Tampa is able to fix those secondary problems. And how much of a fix can Richard Sherman be at age 33? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Instagram, you can follow me at JLightsy7. I post content on there on the time. Or for the Facebook crowd, Jeff Lightsy Sports on Facebook. That is Jeff Lightsy Sports on Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget, All Black National Convention, October 29th through November 1st. Don't meet me there, beat me there. I hope to see all you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out too, by the way. Peace.